I can't put into words how I feel. Where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody else loves me. Nobody like you can't even deny it. Every time I try it, when I look in my eyes, you know I'm lying.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome back. We are doing our part 2 today. I want you to look to your neighbor and say, we made it. I want you to look. I don't care if you're at work. I don't care if you're at home. I want you to look. If you got somebody and say, we made it, okay? Yes, first of all, I want to send my condolences before we start to the young lady that lost her life last night in Atlanta before the festivities, and they had children that lost. You know, she lost her life to her baby father's girlfriend. You know, they said it was just the 5 of us. They want to send my condolences. You got one? My bad, y'all. And condolences heavily to New Orleans is in my prayers after what I saw happen last night. It transpired with people having fun. Someone miraculously want to come, and you know that's just how haters and devil people work. They like to come and steal joy and make something so they can be right. And see, it's sad that that man did that to them 10 people. I saw a video. I'm not posted on here where, you know, this girl was just standing there looking in shock because a person she was with or was standing next to her was unalived. You know, it's ridiculous how people are at this point. It's sad. So I want to send my prayers to New Orleans, okay? They the next state next to me, and I send my prayers and condolences to them because them people didn't even get to wake up this morning and start their time off right, even though people are saying the real New Year is in April, which is true, but because that's the first month of the year. I don't know what they call it. Anyway, we just gonna say we send our prayers. It's ridiculous. I want y'all to stay prayed up because with this inauguration, we don't know if we're going to have a president either. So we're going to send our prayers to everything. You know, 2025 done started off. I heard allegedly New York in 3-4 different places in New York. And Puerto Rico ain't had no lights. We send our prayers to Puerto Rico. New York done got without lights in certain places. We send our prayers to them. We thought 2024 was the year of exposure. But baby, 2025 is the year of clap back and everybody getting what they gained. So I pray that, and people that had to learn their lessons, listen, I pray that most of y'all was on the right foot. You planted good seeds this last year and years prior. Excuse me, I had to chug whatever bad seeds you had planted. I pray for you too, because it seems like the Lord is going to start kicking booty. Okay, the Lord is, even though I say I'm not in religion class, I grew up still believing in God, and what I went through last year, I know God to pull me out. The Lord is out here kicking tail, and you know, whoopings of His hurt, lessons or not, and I don't want them. So my prayers to New Orleans. All right, so we're gonna start off. Before you listen, we're not starting off with Royce. I love her. Shout out to her. That's my girl. But we can't start off with her yet. So I want to talk about this young lady here. Now, if you watch Blue Bloods with your mama on the weekdays, and if you won't know her, watch Gossip Girl. I wasn't a Gossip Girl fan, and we saw this girl the first 3 seasons. I'm not sure she was doing the whole season because it got kind of boring after Blake. What's her name? Is her name Blake Lively? Blake Lively was leaving, and she started getting moving roles. Now, we're not going to act like Blake Lively was there the whole time. And it got boring after a while because Blake Lively character was an extended order, right? As we know. Well, excuse me. This young lady here gave me a cackle. So I was on my For You page and I was doing some research about I was trying to find out about the young lady that got killed in Atlanta, unalived in Atlanta. And I couldn't find it all these other. Then I found the young lady named Chanel, whose son got unalived, and then she was found unalived. Not this Chanel, okay, not this one. And then I seen something about Chanel Banks, and I said, Chanel Banks, that sounds familiar. Baby, when they put up the post on TikTok that she left her family. Now I went to her Instagram. Chanel left her family, y'all, in August, because I've been kind of slow. Like I told you, I don't be on TikTok like that. Chanel Banks left her family because she got sick of her family asking her for money, allegedly. She said her mom was abusive. So when I was seeing the story and I was hearing about what the family did on press day and everything they had to say, I got tickled because I said she took to the whole nother level of, I'm tired of y'all, leave me alone, to a whole new level. And I said, we as folks, modern folks, when we get tired, everybody like, oh, leave me alone, I disappear, I go, you won't have me, you won't have a mom, you won't have a wife, you won't have, you know what I'm saying? We said, you won't have a sister, you won't have nothing. I will pack my bags and leave. She literally, this young lady took this to a whole nother level. Baby, she left. Told the boyfriend she was going on a trip. Now, she told people she was broke. And around this time that they say she left and this came out, her birthday was coming up, right? This all happened in August of 2024. She left. And I said, and so said, damn, she got sick of them. Then it transpired to, they found her at a church, which is like, the church ceremony she went to was like an occult. And I was like, I got concerned. And then that's when I thought, I said, this girl ran to the Lord because she was sick of them folks. We finna go to it. Let me see if I can find it. I was flabbergasted, honey. Every time I come on here, this lady mama, Brene mama is always top 10, but we gonna do them another day because it's a more car document that came out. We gonna pop Brene in here later. We're gonna do a whole segment because Brene say her mama had a husband and she told people she was absent. She was on with their daddy for years, but then Brene came out and said her stepdaddy made sure she didn't eat and all this and that. So it seems like she's been upholding Brene because of the fact is that basically Brene had to go live with her father. But that's another story we're gonna talk about today. I told y'all last night, we're not leaving Brene and her mammy and her sister, like Akira, they shall men alone this year. We're on their next too. So now the mama thinks she was cloned and kidnapped, right? Let me pull this down. So the family did a press conference. She said that Chanel is her only daughter. Now we're gonna play the press conference. Now Chanel behind me been on TikTok since November. This all came out in November of last year. I'm gonna play the conference. We're gonna go into the things I found after that. We're gonna talk about Chanel weird interview. We're gonna play a little bit of that, and then we're gonna jump into her TikTok, and then we're gonna jump into the bull crap she tried to feed us. Remind you, this lady is an actor. Then we're gonna jump into Royce because I have some things I want people to know, and I'm tired of people saying Royce doing stuff for money. I don't like that when I don't see her accolades and I watch about 2 movies. Okay.
Mystery surrounding an actress who appeared on TV shows Blue Bloods and Gossip Girl. Her cousin reported her missing. Now cops in Texas say they've found.
Now, a lot of people say famous. Now, Chanel got married in August. And that's around time she supposedly went missing for a couple of months. We're going to deep dive into that Instagram, baby, because I was laughing, and I hate to do it, but it was because I said if she's the only child and this the cousin she ain't talked to in 10 years, that means that they was working her nerve. And they thought she had a lot of money. Let's continue.
Founder, as Jim Murray reports, her family's not so sure about that.
Okay.
A frantic search for actress Chanel Maya Banks, who has appeared on Gossip Girl
Consider the mission a success.
and other popular shows like Blue Bloods.
Thank you, sir.
The beautiful 36-year-old was reported missing by her cousin.
She fell off the face of the earth. Something was wrong. She is my older cousin.
Now they've been calling her, texting and getting it. And now, what could y'all say what the now husband had to say? I laughed so hard.
We are very, very close.
Danielle Torrey Singh flew from Toronto to Chanel's Los Angeles home on Sunday, desperate for answers after she says she failed to hear from Chanel since October 27th, 17 days ago.
In my gut, I knew this was very odd behavior for her. And if she was going somewhere, she would have told me.
She's put up missing posters all over Chanel's neighborhood. Today, the mystery into what happened to Chanel is taking a shocking turn as the LAPD announces the actress has been found alive and unharmed in Texas, and there was no foul play. I was with Chanel's cousin when the news broke, but get ready for this. Danielle believes the actress is still missing. They said that they found Chanel in Texas uninjured.
No, absolutely not.
She says there's a mix-up and that the woman identified in Texas as Chanel is not the actress. We were there when she strode into the police station to get answers. Do you still think your cousin is missing?
She is still missing.
Late today, Chanel's mom, Judy, also spoke out, saying police body cam footage of the woman ID'd in Texas is not her daughter.
This is not my daughter.
It didn't look like her or sound like her?
No, my daughter is alive, and I'm not going to stop looking for her.
Okay,
This is not my daughter.
Didn't look like her or sound like
Drop down. Okay, we gonna.
This is not my daughter. My daughter.
didn't look like her or sound.
Breaking news, missing Hollywood.
All right, here she go. This is what she had to say, child.
Hello, Chanel Banks here in the flesh. Shocker, I am alive.
The so-called gossip gone girl, the missing actress at the center of countless disturbing headlines.
Her family says they haven't heard from her in 2 weeks.
Her panicked family reported her missing to the LAPD and started a GoFundMe. Concerns deepening when her husband refused to help their desperate search to find her.
I don't know where she is, but I know we will find her.
Now, for the first time in this extra exclusive, Chanel is speaking out in her own words about when she discovered she was at the center of a nationwide mystery.
Phone's off. I'm feeling unplugged for the first time in my life. And then I had to turn my phone back on, and I had over 60 missed phone calls, unknown numbers from my family, but also from the police.
The beautiful 36-year-old actress.
I believe she, not just to get away from them, but I believe she did that because I feel like her career is not popping like everybody else from Gossip Girl. And I felt like she had to make her career pop more at the time. I'm just being honest because it wasn't really popping like that. Nobody really worried about Chanel like that. Nobody. It was more stuff about all the other folks. But we're going to continue.
She is not only alive, she's well, revealing for the first time what really happened when her family couldn't find her.
It is a simple explanation. I had to take myself out of a bad situation. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. And what transpired from that is what you are seeing in the media now, specifically from the people I've gotten away from. And why wouldn't someone believe your own mother?
This is my daughter. I have one child.
Chanel was shocked when she saw that this LA press conference went viral.
You're seeing two people right now, my mother and my cousin, whom I have not spoken to for 10 years, but this is not someone I have a relationship with. We definitely don't have a sister relationship.
What Chanel has never been unsure of, her desire to perform.
Out of the womb, I knew what I wanted to do.
OMG, twins.
In 2009, Chanel landed a 3-episode acting job on the TV smash Gossip Girl.
I had to pinch myself to keep from crying.
She would then appear in the Tom Selleck CBS cop drama Blue Bloods.
First woman recruit to win the sharpshooter medal. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
But Chanel says what all the lights and cameras didn't show was an ongoing difficult family life. She claimed she was the victim of abuse, a situation from which she was desperate to escape.
In the past, when I've tried to get away, this is exactly what happens. This is a woman who has stopped me so many times in my life for things I've worked for since I was a child. For years, I tried to set boundaries to make myself feel safe, and I was met with resistance, to say the least.
Chanel's family has denied her accusations, but her husband has stood by her.
They should accept that she is where she is, that she doesn't want to talk with them.
And he told us why he didn't speak out when the story first exploded and people were asking questions about him.
And she had told me when she left that she absolutely did not want her mother to know where she was.
10 days ago, he is the one who took her to the airport so she could leave Los Angeles.
He dropped me off with my dog.
He sure did. Took her to the airport. Baby, we're going to talk about them pictures of Instagram because they've been having them a ball. Ain't gonna, baby, wait, we going to get them.
Said goodbye to him, gave him a hug.
On the day of her flight, her mother sent her cousin, I'm not sure which of them, sent police to do a welfare check on her. And I've been texting Chanel as she had arrived from her flight to where she went. And I told her that the police had arrived, and she told me in no uncertain terms, please do not talk with them, do not let them in.
Her destination? A secluded Texas town and a personal spiritual journey.
In San Antonio. So remember we showed y'all, you from Texas, y'all don't heard about some of these churches in Texas, but we digress. She went to, it was the guy, he was saving someone and she was walking, they saw her in the back that she was alive and fine. But she still haven't talked to her parents. Her mother, that's the only living, well, that's the only parent we hear about. And she is her mother's only child. So I understand why she got away a little bit, because if you think about it, and I know the conspiracy theories on TikTok was like, I don't believe there's more to it. If she's been up with her husband, they talked to her mom that long, which is true, but she might have got in contact with, we don't know the whole story. I'm going to tell you what I think after this.
I just wanted to take a trip. There was a pastor in town I liked who came from Perth, West Australia, Pastor Robert Clancy.
I want you to come and start to pray.
And I grew up listening to him, and I have great respect for him.
But she never imagined that she'd see her face splashed across TV and cell phone screens across the country.
I haven't been gone for 3 weeks. I haven't been missing for 3 weeks. I'm an adult woman. I don't have to call my mother every day.
But despite the unexpected...
Well, you your mama only child, you the only child, she that came, they had out the uterus, and she love you that much, girl, she gonna call you, okay? Regardless. I have a sibling, my mom used to call me, girl, get used to it, get on. If I could have my mama call me every day now, I would. I understand, Chanel, but girl, you trying to give your mama a heart attack? What the hell?
The curve her life recently took, she's determined to readjust and refocus.
I'm alive, and you're going to be seeing so much more of me.
We sure is seeing a lot of you, young lady.
It feels so good.
You made sure you was going to make us safe.
Hiding something.
Okay, so Chanel felt like she was going to make her name be known. Money is low. Even though her husband got money, trust me, the stuff I just saw him buy her for her birthday.
Hello, Chanel. Thanks
Money
here.
is low. On top of that, she's not into nothing. Nobody's picked her up as beautiful as she is. So this is what Chanel had to say.
Hi. So YouTube is not ready for our live moment to happen yet. But I just want to jump on here to say that my interview, my one interview that I did to stop the madness, has aired, I believe. Hi. So YouTube is not ready for our live moment to happen yet. But I just want to jump on here to say that my interview, my one interview that I did.
Girl, you could have gave a little bit
Stop
more.
the Madness has aired, I believe.
Hold on. So, let me stop sharing. So, I was trying to find her. But that's particularly what she had to say. So, I said, well, I want to do some digging. I need to go to her Instagram. I need to see what really baby. Go. Let's take a trip. Let's take a trip to the Instagram house. Okay, where's she at? Oh, hey, Chanel. Yeah, we found you. So since then, she's grew some followers since the interview. And a lot of people was calling her cap. Some people was really like, it don't make sense because if you ain't talk to your mama that long, and then all of a sudden, like, you been with your husband and you and your husband, like, it sounds like a PR ploy. I'm sorry. We're just going to call it what it was. But, I mean, I can't lie. She got to do what she got to do. She got to eat, too. That's all she knows, acting. That's what she wanted. You heard what she said. She eat, breathe, and sleeping. She got to do what she got to do. As Chanel said, I stayed in LA. My rent was high. I lived a luxury life all this time with filming. I made away for myself. I ain't have to ask nobody nothing. I got my man. He make away. She had to do what she had to do. Okay. You know, that's just like some of the ex-workers, you know, the full service workers and the ex-workers on TikTok that do what they gotta do. Like, I don't knock nobody hustle. You do what you gotta do, baby. You gotta sell a armpit, a pair of your drawers. When it come down to it, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just don't sell yourself, but if you gotta sell some things, listen. We see all the time people selling people gotta do what they gotta do to eat. We get into a time now that, you know, vegetables finna start costing $1. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. If it's a kidney, blood, do what you gotta do. Okay, so we're gonna do a little screen share. Let's go to her Instagram. So Chanel said, I'm gonna get me some rolls, honey. And that's what Miss Chanel over here did. Now, these are her New Year's. She had a good little Christmas, a good little time. That's her with her friends. She's been married for a month. They had got married. Oh, a year ago. A year and a couple of months flew by. So they got married in October. They celebrated that. This was the interview. You know. So around the time she went missing. And when she came back to do the interview, guess what she was? Child. Baby. So the girl said she was broke and took a Spirit flight. Spirit don't go to Italy. That's Delta. That's JetBlue. That's Southwest. I ain't never heard of Spirit going all the way to Italy. Now, Spirit will take you to Jamaica. But it darn sure ain't going to take you to Italy. I say, oh, we get it. Okay? We get it. Honey. Italy. Around the time she went missing with her husband. Italy. Oh, where is Chanel? There goes Chanel. Chanel is in Spain. Hold on. Chanel is fine. I said, oh. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Hold on. Now, she could have did two things. She could have flew to her Connect flight, then flew to Spain. Now, for people that I know that have been in Italy or they going to Paris, it was one couple I talked to. They went to Spain. They had to stop. They were going somewhere, but they had to stop in Turkey first. It depends on your flight, your connected flight. Okay, I'm an international girl. My friends are too. And some people do stop in Spain or Italy, wherever you're gonna go. She probably had a long layover. But yeah, honey, baby. And then when I heard the girl say, bro, I said, let me go look and see, because I don't think Chanel is hurting. I think she's aggravated. I'm going to tell you how I know she aggravated. What this was? Her birthday. Okay, so these are her pictures. Oh, she made sure she went on that. So this was from, when this, baby, this was 2023. So you talking about y'all were married for a year. We ain't even in the September 2024. How old the hell on? Oh, they had got married in September. So don't make sense why the mama was there. Makes sense why she ran from the mama. The mama was getting on her nerves doing her wedding planning. Her birthday, he took her to Chanel, honey. He dropped a bag, not Chanel. He dropped a bag at Louis Vuitton. So here's the thing. Chanel wasn't hurting. Chanel ain't never been hurting. I came across this. The interview really didn't make headlines for some reason. I'm gonna tell you this. Chanel Virgo. I don't see my daddy do it, okay? Shout out to the Virgos. We don't see Beyonce do it. When you get on their nerves good enough, they will disappear from you. Chanel was tired of her mama. I don't know what her mama did. I don't know if her mama was asking for money. I don't know if her mama asked her to talk to her cousin and something happened to her cousin. I don't know what conspired this mess. Chanel was sick of the whole crap. Chanel was tired and Chanel said, babe, I'm finna move on. I'm not dealing with you, which is normal because we all have our times where we want to break away from the internet, our friends, family. We need a space. We need time, and it's okay. So, but for her to say, you know what she should have did? Should have sent her mama a text, dear mama, you working my nerves. I love you to death, but you know what? I need my space. You doing a little too much. I'm tired of this. I will contact you when I'm ready. And could have put her on block. Now, if her mama looked like the type to go to her house, she could have been. But y'all let me know in the comments, y'all think this is just for her to do, just to break out because she needs some money. What y'all think? Do you think she was actually annoyed? What y'all think? Okay, so we finna jump while we going to Royce because we finna go back to Royce storytelling today. We done share what the White Howard had to say. We done shared that tea. Now, what makes me get a little upset with Royce because I'm gonna share her picture. Y'all know what she look like. I have seen Royce Reed, and it makes me so upset when people say she's doing this for money because she's not, y'all. I have seen her growth from Basketball Wives to Dennis Reed. Okay, if you guys don't know who Dennis Reed is, I know y'all don't watch Street Legal, some of his movies on Tubi. You guys probably even watched, what's the name of that show that I love so much? I forgot the name of that show where the husband was a bar owner, the wife went missing, but he was cheating and he got the girl for the bar. Y'all know what show I'm talking about on Tubi, okay? They came out with season 3. He came out. Y'all know that show on Tubi. Hold on, I'm gonna look for it. It's a show on Tubi. That Dennis Reed also. I wonder if they related. Last name. Could be. But Dennis Reed, hold on, y'all. Hold on, because I have seen it, honey. And it's a series. I'm going to name a couple of series. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Okay. Dennis Reed has done Us. The Dirty D. That's what it's called, The Dirty D. I know y'all watched that. And it's another one, MacGyver. It's like a crime thing. Dennis Reed has done, name a few of those shows that he has on Tubi, okay? Great shows. And I'm going to bug him my bad, y'all. I'm going to bug him and ask him when he coming out with season 2 of, it's a new movie he done got out. Okay, I'll be watching. Oh, that's not him. It must be somebody in Atlanta. I'm still going to be watching. Anyway, my bad, y'all. ADHD, come back, Alicia, come back. Okay. He has a lot of good movies. You hear me? Tears of a Hustler ain't his, but it'll be back for season 2. He brought us Crystal the Dog, Nina Monroe. He brought us all these people that's out here doing their thing, to name a few. He even he did Paper Hard with what you call it for Black in Chicago. Okay, that's Dennis Reed. So now this is Street Legal. Street Legal came back for season 2, and Royce Reed was in the episode where it said the ex-boyfriend. Remember the story about the guy that had his girlfriend jumped off a building? She unalived herself, and he got a year in jail, prison, or whatever. They redid that scene and had on Street Legal. She also did this show, House Warning, this is a great movie about a woman had mental health issues, and y'all can see my time and stuff. Don't worry about that. And while she was having mental issues, she met this guy. She fell in love. Y'all gotta watch it. It's a very great movie. So Royce Reed, besides basketball wise, has been working. Royce has been behind the scenes on certain things that I find that out. Royce has been working. Royce ain't hurting. You know, she had to do what she had to do. So shout out to Dennis Reed for giving her an opportunity to be in his movies, in his shows, because even with Jennifer Williams had that issue with before she got back on Basketball Wives about being scammed, Dennis Reed even sat there, put her in some of the movies, and he also gave her he even produced and helped co-produce her show on VH1. So shout out to him for doing that, because Dennis Reed is open the doors for people. Okay, we're not gonna say it like he's not. So we're gonna finish off where we left on everything. Message man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. Oh, that's Latoya. Oh, hey, girl. You gotta follow Latoya Forever on IG, and don't follow her on YouTube. Y'all missing out. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Cause she got some good stuff going on, and I love it for her. And shout out to Latoya Forever. I love this for her. Okay, so we're gonna finish with part 7. I think it was part 7. Where she was talking about the trip, the COVID time in Atlanta. And we're going to go from 7 to 9. I don't know if she got some more that she want to discuss. We'll go into that. But Royce has been doing her thing. So people that say that she do this for money, it's not for money. But she's been doing her thing. I think she's doing what people call, you know, when a person goes to therapy and they go on the healing thing, and she's purging. She's purging things that happened to her. And I feel like Dwight need to stop saying what he got to say and just let her purge. He purged in his own way. She's purged. There's a lot of stuff that was worked up that she's purging for the new Royce Reed. Like, we're finna see more and new things of Royce Reed. We're gonna see a different person. Let her purge. Let her purge. That's just normal. It's a healing journey. We all purge, and then you become a butterfly. So we're going to continue where we left off, okay? I mean, everybody purge. Everybody ain't perfect. We all purge. We all purge breakups, exes, everything. Okay? Share what you gonna do. Oh, there you go. All right, here you go.
Beginning July 31st, 2004 until even now, all because I had a baby by Superman part 7. I decided to write a lot of this next part down because I wanted to make sure that I could recount everything in these last parts. So excuse me for not constantly or consistently looking at the camera. February 2020, there is a text thread of conversations going on about possible quarantine in Georgia. This is what all of the mothers. Mother number 2 and number 3 said no. I ended up saying no after I spoke to my boyfriend, who is a traveling psychologist in the Bahamas. Damn, I fumbled that. A few weeks went on and the pandemic got worse. I got nervous. I got anxious, and going to my parents' house with all my pets was not an option. I looked for tickets to the Bahamas, but by then travel was restricted. In March of 2020, I am on Instagram and I see prayer hands under Mama number 5's Instagram. I'm confused. I get a phone call from Mama number 4, and she tells me that Mama number 5 has had a seizure and she has passed away. I'm devastated. I also get a phone call from Superman, and he is distraught. He's crying. He is so upset. He can barely compose himself, and he is begging for us to come for quarantine. He says he has received all these revelations, and he wants to make sure that his family is taken care of, and he wants to go through therapy. I mean, he lays it on thick. And after speaking to my boyfriend, I agreed to go. After a 7-8 hour drive, I, along with our son and our mini zoo, arrived at the estate in Sewanee, Georgia. It was late, so after getting our things out of the car and taking them into the guest house, I was called for dinner. It was awkward. Everyone was acting normal, and I later learned the people in the home were a groundskeeper, a trainer, a self-proclaimed guru, the nanny, his 16-year-old goddaughter, myself, my child, mama number 4, and baby number 4. After I was at that table, I couldn't take it anymore, and I asked, why now? What happened? And he states that it is because he has received.
Now, in his defense, 2020, a lot of people were scared. We didn't know we were going to eat. Nobody knew if they came across somebody, were they going to be on a live? We didn't know. 2020, baby, was the most quietest, humblest time for America. And child, she's still in a embarrassed relationship. But, you know, it taught us a lot. The whole world was at a standstill in 2020. And it was a lot going on. After Kobe Bryant passed and him and his daughter, it was like a shift. So after they passed, it was like a shift happened in the air where everything was just like, really the whole world was at a standstill. People were, you know, being unalive. People was in abusive relationships. People were being all these things. And then that happened.
All these revelations that he feels as if the world ending is almost a sign for him to make good with all bad and just a lot of stuff. He really was also claiming that he wanted to be a better father and he wanted to apologize to all of us because he was basically a hoe. I listened to it. I also asked the nanny about why she would not allow my son to speak to me, or they would take his phone and not return his phone. I had to take him to court for that. I'm really like, I'm confronting everybody because I cannot stay in a house or be on a property where I feel uncomfortable and certain things haven't been addressed. That's just me. Later on that day is when I realized that he smoked like Snoop. I mean, day in, day out. Over the next couple of days, I was bit by a Malinois dog, and I also was made privy to a conversation regarding a former teammate of his and the passing of another. We were told that this particular teammate had no emotion when he was on the plane and did not show emotion until he exited the plane and left in a private car. Why that was important for us to know, I have no idea, but maybe it was because I used to praise and still praise how great of a father he is to his kids and husband he is to his wife. I actually ended up having a talk with my Bahamian boyfriend, who was a psychologist, about this conversation, and he told me to immediately leave. He said, Royce, you're about to be manipulated and brainwashed. I didn't believe him. I thought he was jealous. I stayed. Of course, we ended up breaking up. Well, now we're discussing Mama number 5's funeral and who's going to go and who wants to go. And who ends up going is Mama number 4, myself, Superman, and the groundskeeper. Mind you, during all of this time, Superman is texting me about possibly becoming his matriarch and all the apologies that come and him telling me that he was a changed man, that he told him that's all girl, and that he's everything that he from me. If I need to repost those messages, I could do that. Well, now we're in Reno, and I see Mama number 3 rubbing his back one day at the Mama number 5's mama's house.
I did do a research on Melissa. Who's she talking about? Her name is Melissa. Rios. On her and what happened, and I saw what happened and what transpired. So I didn't know that. I wasn't sure. So Yeah, I did a research. It was very sad because I had to look at the picture. I'm like, her name sounds familiar. They keep saying her name because I was hearing Kevin talk about it. Shout out to 2K and Kevin Wesley talk about it. I'm like, does they sound familiar? Then I say, hold on, let me go look at the picture. I say, I remember that. So, but we're gonna continue. I'll be talking in and out on this stuff.
The next day, we are at the funeral. I'm taking pictures because he has not seen this little boy in months, and I'm trying to give him memories. Later on that evening, we go back to the family house, and we all get drunk, and we're taking edibles. I ended up getting served that night. Let me just say it. I did, okay? While we're in Reno, we get a phone call that former basketball girlfriend is at the house and she's playing with our kids. We thought that was a little strange, but he said that she was crazy and that she was just trying to get him back. That same narrative. Of course, I didn't believe it, but go off. When we returned back from Reno, I'm basically being sold a Disney movie plot. Now, I just didn't know that it was going to end up being Bambi. Well, I'm being asked to move in, be his matriarch, and telling me that he's going to get our son a personal trainer. He's going to get me another dance studio. He's saying that he knows Tyler Perry and can introduce me and get me in movies. And y'all, you have to remember that at this point, I am waving my surrender flag. I'm listening to all of these things, and because I have lost in court so many times, I am honestly willing to fall into submission so my son can fly to success. I don't regret doing that. I don't regret following what my heart felt to be true. During this time, we are also taking family trips to the grocery store, to the park, to the sex store. And one day he decides that he wants to have a meeting with myself and mama number 4. He proceeds to basically try to sell us a polyamorous relationship. This was suggested by his guru. Well, mama number 4 ended up leaving.
Now, the guru is supposed to be Kevin Wesley. Everybody know he has a poly relationship. He has 2 wives. So shout out to him. He got 2 wives. I don't see how he do it. He better than me. I don't like nobody touching my food. But kudos to him and them. I don't let nobody touch my plate with their nasty hands. I'll smack somebody. I've had somebody digging my fries and they wash their hands because they like me. We almost got smacked and we was at work. I'm just particular.
Immediately. I think she stayed maybe 2 more days and she was gone. She packed up her shit and she left. Me, I laughed it off because did you really think that this was going to work? I don't even go that way. I don't lick marbles. Oh, let me also say that baby number 5 and his grandmother are now in Georgia as well. Yeah. He has now flown them into Georgia so he can spend time with his siblings. Just a little while after mama number 4 left, I went home because I wanted to celebrate Mother's Day with my mother. While I'm there, I'm getting text messages. I mean, love bombed, y'all. Again, I can post them again if I need to. But it's a bunch of I miss yous. It's I don't want to say it, but I love you. And then he pretended like he was texting a friend of his and was like, man, I can't believe how much I miss Royce. Okay. We still doing them little high school games, but that's what he was doing. And he was begging me to come back sooner than I planned. And what did I do? I left the next day. When I get back to Georgia, I am then seeing articles about how distraught he's been, how he's been crying himself to sleep, how the feeling of mama number 5 never coming back has really torn him up. And I'm confused because I had no idea that he was going through these feelings. I then befriended the groundskeeper because the groundskeeper knew Mama number 5.
Now, Kevin did express that he was there for him while he was on season and needed somebody to watch the house. So yeah, Kevin, I believe, was, you know, upkeeping his house and stuff for him, which was, yeah, pretty good. That's a good thing. I like that. That was nice. And that's when Kevin said that her and him basically, you know, they fell out. Now, she told her reason why they fell out, but I'm going to try to see if I can find that clip of Kevin when Kevin saying how they fell out and why he feel like she hate his guts. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, of course, I'm not going to lie, of course, you know, but it is what it is.
Very well. He proceeds to tell me that their relationship was actually pretty volatile, that they were in a court battle, that until recently there was no communication. He also let me know that when she was pregnant and when she had the child, she was forced to sleep on an air mattress, and he would put her in a motel so people wouldn't know who she was or who the baby was. I was also made aware that he, in fact, did not pay for the funeral costs, as he told Mama number 5's family he would do. I started acting different, so he allowed me to invite a few friends over, and we swam in the pool, we had seafood, we watched movies, and we played games. After that, I woke up in hell. Hey y'all, it's Royce, and I'm here to tell you a story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2008.
Sorry, y'all hear my phone.
Hey y'all, it's Royce, and I'm here to tell you a story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004, up until even now, all because I had a baby by Superman, part 8. We are still in May of 2020, and they are shooting something called Celebrity Peep Show at his house, which our
Thank you for the
son is involved. Well, after a couple days, I have a migraine, and I decide to take a midday nap. When I wake up from that midday nap, I will go outside the guest house, and it's beautiful outside. It's like a bluish orange. There's fireflies, but I see a bunch of cars and people everywhere. I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. We're supposed to be on quarantine. I see a familiar face, and I can clearly tell that he is on something. And then I see Superman. I see Superman throwing up over the balcony. I go up to Superman and I'm asking him what the fuck is going on. And he looks at me crazy and he starts yelling at me. The familiar face then goes off on him and calls him a bitch. They start arguing. I'm asking where our son is. He's not responding. I go inside. When I go inside, not only do I see a table full of mushrooms and peanut butter, I also see powder and a woman peeing in a seat. I immediately get scared and I run upstairs. I am looking for my son. I'm yelling his name. He's hiding. I see my son hugging his knees in the corner of his room. I ask him if he is okay. He says that he's fine and that he's just scared. I asked him, scared of what? He said, why is Daddy acting like that? I said, well, what do you mean? He was like, I was just hungry. I then asked my baby if he had been downstairs. And at first he didn't want to tell me. I asked him several times and I said, it's okay. I promise you it's okay. And he tells me that he went downstairs, but he was just hungry. I then asked him if he ate anything off of that table.
Now, they had took something to, y'all remember that episode? It's an episode of Best Man. Go watch it before Terrence Howard character got married to, what's her name? He was supposed to be married to Nicole Ari Parker character. And basically, he sat there or whatever, and he was discussing in that scene, they were talking about, they did some kind of thing they did. Well, that's what they were doing. They were trying to clear stuff up, and it was like something for the chakras. It's something like that. It was mushrooms, but it was some way they were doing it. It was something with spiritual they were doing to clear up things, let things go, and walk into their truth and stuff like that.
Table. I asked him over and over again. He said no. I grabbed my child, I went downstairs, and I went out the front door, back to the guest house, back to my room. The next day, I go outside to walk my dogs, and I see an argument. This is an argument between his guru and a friend of his named Callie. I am hearing Callie threaten this guru about trying him in an inappropriate way, and that he is going to shoot and kill him. He is going to come back and shoot up the entire house. I, of course, then go back upstairs and I text the groundskeeper and I ask what the hell is going on. Mind you, that particular night, the groundskeeper was minding his business as well as the nanny because they were off the clock. Well, I'm expressing to the groundskeeper what was being said, and as I'm stating this to him, we're looking outside and we start seeing police cars drive by. I pretty much freak out and I start running around the entire property picking up paraphernalia because who finna go to jail? Not me. Well, I'm being told that I'm doing too much. Then Callie starts posting YouTube videos. Callie is recounting the entire evening. He is also stating that one of the moms was there with her kid. But Callie is talking about how he was tried inappropriately and all the different walks of life that were in the house that evening. Once the YouTube video is shown to Superman, he brushes it off like it's nothing. What ends up happening? Oh, Callie is now banned from YouTube and he's also in Facebook jail. Soon after that, I get into a blowout argument with Superman. I am discussing the situation with his party. I'm discussing how he is with homeschooling and our child. I'm discussing his recklessness, and he just does not want to hear it. We are arguing, up and down. He's bringing stuff up from the past, and the trainer is there to mediate. The trainer is trying to calm him down. It is not working. There is a moment that you see in a person's eyes when you know that you got them fucked up. I saw that moment and I knew that that night was the night that I needed to go home, or I at least needed to get off that property. So what I did was we packed up all of our stuff in our zoo. I then went and got Braylon out of the main house and I begged for that trainer to let me out. And at 3:30 in the morning, he let me out. So I head to the Airbnb and I get a message that I can no longer check in early. I then have to call the trainer back. And he states that because there's nowhere place safe really for me to just sit in a car for hours in that part of Georgia with a child, a car full of stuff, and animals to come back. So I went back, but I was told to hide around the corner to where he could not see my car. He was now assuming that I was gone. I did just that. And once I was able to check into the Airbnb, I sent a text, and so did the trainer. And when Superman was gone, I escaped. I stayed in an Airbnb for a couple of weeks, and I actually spent time with Jennifer Williams and Royce Morgan. Love y'all. They actually kept my head together. I'm forever grateful. When I started...
Hi, Jennifer. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Got it. Noted.
Heading home, I called my family, I called my friends,
The reason I said that because Jennifer Williams and her were not that cool. Jennifer Williams and her had made up. Now, remember what I told y'all, they know what you call it. Like I say, nothing else needs to be said further. I'm glad that her and Jennifer Williams made up. So I critique that as that's a good thing. I don't see that as bad because on the show, you know, I was like, why they coming at her, especially Jennifer coming at her hard? But Jennifer did say she liked her. Jennifer said she had no problem with her. So I guess bygones to be bygones. People made up. I mean, she made up with oh girly girl. So I see that. I see that. I see that.
My attorney and I called mama number 2. I told her what I had just done, and she, of course, was like, girl, how crazy are you? You stupid. Like, how'd you fall for that? Don't ever do no dumb shit like that again. And she was absolutely right. When I got home, I received a phone call from grandma of baby number 5, and she was asking me when I was going back. I told her I was not. I expressed to her my concerns, and she said that she was supposed to be going for Father's Day. I said, I would tell you not to go. And she's like, oh, well, I think it'll be okay. Well, grandma takes baby number 5 to Georgia for Father's Day. She is later kicked out of the house with guard dogs on the floor. And she did not see her grandchild for months. That is how he took custody of baby number 5 from his grandmother, who helped raise him when his father hadn't been in his life pretty much ever. I later learned that the plan was for me to stay in Georgia for an extended period of time so he could claim residency over our son and later kick me out of the house. He had asked me what my bills were, and he was talking about ending child support, and whatever my bills were, he was going to subtract that from what he gave me. I almost fell for it. I didn't, but somebody else did. What happened next is not my story to tell, but it turned my world upside down. I struggled for 2.5 years with suicidal thoughts and a lot of self-blame. I'd also shut down my dance company and stated it was because I didn't enjoy teaching anymore, when in fact it was because I knew I needed to get my shit together. I then landed a job at an HBCU. I was proud of myself. It was a job that I enjoyed and that I really put my heart and soul into. I fought for that team every single day, and it kept my mind off of other things. In 2023, I attended the NAACP Awards. As I looked around, I saw all of these people that I looked up to and wanted so much to be like. I was amongst greatness. I realized at that moment that it was time to take my power back. I did the Heat Dancer reunion. I made amends with Tracy. We had a splash bash. We released lanterns for remembrance as well as emotional purges. I was doing well. In July, an accusation comes out about my child's father. In September, I do an interview with Carlos King. I then do another interview with Vlad TV.
I don't know why she did that interview with Vlad. I'm just saying. But she did do an interview with Carlos King, and she spoke of this in the situation with Carlos King. So she told everything. Y'all can go see that. Is Carlos King interview with Royce Reed.
Followed by that was then an admission of what the accusation was. And like May said, I agree with him when he said it's never consensual when it's a surprise. Well, 2024, I posted a reel and recounting 2023 and how excited I was. And I'm still not getting any child support, but I'm trying to make do. I'm using my savings because this can't continue to go on forever. My savings is now being drained, and I'm offered a Basketball Wives contract. After talking it over with my attorney, they think that it's a good idea for me to take it. Yes, the person who said I would never go back to that show, I was going to go back. So Superman number 1 was correct when he said somebody needs money. Well, yeah, because your predecessor ain't shit.
Now, I did report that she was supposed to be on Basketball Wives with Jennifer. I called the girl. It was Laura, because Laura came back. You noticed everybody was coming back. Well, got the word on that she was supposed to come back, and then Royce decided not to. I guess filming got caught in the way with Basketball Wives, so she couldn't be able to film like she wanted to. Because remind you, Street Legal came on the new season couple of months after Basketball Wives ended. So I think they all around that time, like not even a couple of months, like probably a week or two, all around that time, she would have to film majority in Detroit and then film in LA and then go home. It was probably a lot for her.
Hey y'all, it's Royce, and I'm here to tell you a story about how my life changed beginning July 31st.
All right, partner.
Hey y'all, this is Royce, and I'm here to tell you a story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004 until even now, all because I had a baby by Superman, part 9, the final chapter. As I stated before, I agreed to take the $113K because I figured I would be able to flip the money that I was receiving from the Basketball Wives contract. I had also received a contract for an artist development company in New York, and I just felt like I was good. I also still had my job at the HBCU. Well, shortly after, I am headed to the airport. I get there, I check in, I go through TSA. I have my cat with me. When I get to the gate, I go to the gate and I just want to make sure that everything is okay with me and my pet. He says, I just sold your ticket. I asked him why, and he said someone refunded it. I get on the phone, and that is how I found out that they had canceled my Basketball Wives contract. I'm not saying he had anything to do with it, but that's what happened. Later on in 2024, I was fired from my HBCU job. I was actually fired during the same week that my father had a heart attack. I was then blasted on the internet, called names, and harassed by some of my former athletes, and I remained quiet. I watched them belittle and degrade me and realized that no matter how much I fought for
Basketball Wives, first, Shawnee, if you don't get this one back on here, because it seemed like you know more about a lot of things going on. If you don't get this girl back on this show, I know something.
For those athletes and what I brought to that program, the culture of this generation has changed. Over the past couple of months, Superman has been harassing our son. He's also been harassing the school. He's been calling our son names and dehumanizing me. I told our son to go to California and support him on a TV show, despite the fact that he did not want to go. I said, make it more about the opportunity than the visit. Enjoy your siblings. He still had no desire to go, and even after speaking to both sets of his grandparents, Superman again and Mama number 2, he said no. I still talked him into going. Over the past couple days, Superman has decided to harass our son again. I am listening to my child laughing and joking while playing PlayStation, only to then it turn into yelling and, yes, cursing. I walk into the room and I realize that he is talking to Superman. Superman is dehumanizing me. Superman is calling me broke. Superman is basically expressing to my child.
One thing the son gonna do is stand up for his mama. He don't give a damn. He do the uncle, the cousin, the homegirl, the homeboy, the auntie, the sister or brother. The son gonna stand up. The mama or daddy. He gonna stand up for his mama. That's just what boys do.
That I am a deadbeat mother. He says, your mom needs to get a job. Well, just so you know, I did restart my company. I also sub at schools. I also teach gymnastics after school. And I do teach private lessons. I'm pretty much like a Jamaican. I have plenty jobs because one thing you won't do is break me. So as you sit here and you decide that you want to rewrite history, I think is one thing that is important to know. I am the one with the paperwork. I am the one with all the phones. I have told you to leave me the fuck alone. As we go into 2025.
So he must have recently called this young lady and said something. It had to recently happen then. Yep, it did. Okay, see it.
My prayer for you is not blessings. It's hell. Happy New Year. Oh, and Tiffany's story coming soon. 2025.
Oh.
That's mama number 2.
Oh.
Bye. Hey y'all, this is Royce, and I'm here to tell you a story about how my life changed. Beginning July 31st, 2004 until even now, all because I had a baby by Superman. Part 9, the final chapter.
Oh, we should read the kindergarten. What happened with kindergarten? Hold on. Let me go into the comment section.
Hey y'all,
so someone said you spoke a very intelligent job. Well done. Girl, give it a rest, please. Why should she? So proud of you. I can't wait for Tiffany's story. He wouldn't have access to my child. Sending you love. Thanks for sharing your truth. But it's truly heart-wrenching because I'm a survivor of domestic abuse. Praying for you. Here's the thing. And nobody want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Let me stop sharing. What Royce went through with him is called financial abuse. Financial, mental, and verbal abuse. Nobody wants to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. She also posted this. Hold on before we get into that. She says, bots are botting, buy bashers are bashing. Happy New Year. If he leaves me alone, 2025 is a new start. But if he responds, I'm posting everything. All proof. He thinks I'm doing this for views. Nah, I'm doing this for truth. She's not the only woman that spoke on being with the athlete like that about financial abuse. And what I don't understand, you had the geek girl on TikTok telling about her financial abuse and verbal abuse and things she had to do with the football player, right? Y'all were praising that. But when it comes to Royce, y'all don't want to praise her because she's a Black woman. And that bothers me. He gave her financial, she wasn't the only person that dealt with financial abuse. We heard how he talked. He was abusive. He's abusively financial. He abused money. He has the means for what he has to do, what they have to do. So y'all got to understand, he's going to abuse. If you don't do what I do, this is what happens. Oh, if you don't play on the team, I want you to play and be quiet and not say nothing. That's financial abuse. And the fact that the child had to partake, the same thing that white girl said about her football baby daddy, who was they deemed as a legend. This is the same thing that Royce Reed is saying. The same thing that y'all talk about with Cam Newton, with Jasmine, this is the same thing Royce Reed is telling y'all in y'all face, that man was financially abusing her, mentally and verbal abusing her, and putting it on her son. Stop acting like it's not. And it pissed me off when people sit here and want to act, oh, I'm oblivious. Stop acting oblivious. This is why we're going through so much shit now in the world. Y'all act like y'all don't see what's really going on. And then with the people that really ain't doing nothing out here, y'all want to dig in deep to him. Because at this point, that's what he's doing. And it's so annoying. It's like, what, the girl need bruises or something? I know it's hard to believe, and we're going to talk about, I know it's hard to believe that people get abused in situations. It might not be physical, but it may be financial. And half of the time, some of the men don't put up with it, don't do it. They get it done to it as well. And I wish that people just take their rose-colored glasses off and see what's really going on. Take it off. If you had 5 baby mothers and a wife, and I remember when he married that woman, they wasn't married that darn long. because of financial abuse. It deems to tell me that he is financially abusive. It tells me that he wants to have control. Let me explain something, y'all. Not every celebrity in the Illuminati, not every celebrity is financial abusive. Some people just do it because this is what they wanted. They craft open the door. They stepped into whatever God had for them. I don't care who you are, famous or not. Financial abuse is real, as well as domestic violence. Let me explain something to you. When these people hit these rankings, it's to get out of something or to have more deemed to run away from. But when they already been through it and seen things that happen, they tend to do it to others. Just because a person can talk about God and quote a Bible verse, we all know the devil can quote it too, don't mean that they are not evil. And that is your problem. Oh, he happy. He follows the Lord. She made him better. Let me tell you something. They ain't dated that long. I know a 30 or 90 day proof of fun when I see it. Okay? We all dated. That man is financially abusive. I don't care what nobody say. And then for Amy to go, oh, y'all want to talk about, and we're not talking about your past. We talk about your healing and how you done healed, baby. We don't want you to go back into another healing space because Amy has came so far from healing from Mozzie that it's ridiculous. Like, to see her go to somebody financially abusive, to me, that's crazy. Because we have watched Amy heal from Mozzie and the lies, and now we kind of questioning you like, baby, well, what are we doing? You've done the healing journey. You have outgrown. I know you expect love, but baby, that's not, it look good now. It just won't be good later. And we watch Amy talk of, outgrown Mozzie. We done seen it on the show. She done went from just being YouTube and Instagram girl and putting out great songs, getting into it with Erica. Doing her thing, to leaving Mozzie after engagement, after they brought a house, being in debt, to going on Love and Hip Hop, getting back with Mozzie, leaving Mozzie, and then we see her with this man who we all have known by the looks of it is very financial. If all these women are saying the same thing, he's financially abusive. This woman did the work of healing. She got her dog, got her new place. She sat here and worked on herself. She cried out. We saw Amy Luciano. That's why she got so much respect. We done seen her grow. And now we all looking like, girl, what the fuck is this? I'm finna go to it. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. We done seen her do a whole YouTube about leaving this man. I don't get it. Leaving Mozzie. Outgrown. Doing music. Doing her thing to this shit here. This. She done went from the glow up to that. It's a question. This girl was glowing like it's nobody's business. It's nice to take them flights, true enough. But babe, this is why we question it. We have watched how Mozzie did her. I'm just appalled. Like, we gonna get into it. We gonna stay on a little longer. Because I just don't understand. Mm. I'm gonna play how Amy was with Mozzie, and how she described their relationship, and how after she left, the girl.
What happened with the channel? What channel was it?
We had not a family channel, but a couple channels
Okay.
called
On
the
YouTube.
Amy and Mozzie Show
Okay.
on YouTube.
Did you guys divide it, or it's just there? Or
No, he kept the channel.
Okay.
And I was vocal about it. I didn't feel like he was supposed to keep the channel. A lot of people said he should have, but he started the channel years ago before we ever met.
Okay.
But he never posted on it. So now you with me, and we're together, and we're been like this viral couple for a little bit. So we take it to YouTube. I felt like, honey, when we broke up and I dumped your black ass, this is our channel. And I felt like I should get the revenue still 50-50 like we've been doing for years.
She didn't get paid from it after the revenue after they broke up. So it's like you did all this work to get back into a situation. That's what it seems like to me.
But he felt like, no, this is my channel that I had 3 years before I ever met you, and we're not together. Go start your YouTube channel. This is my channel. Wow. And he took all our videos off, but I kind of felt like you still getting the revenue from the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers
that you helped build.
That I helped build.
But to go back to y'all relationship and you guys.
That's why everybody questioning. And for her to sit here and say, oh, y'all worried about my past, that's not what they're worried about. They're worried about because you left this man. And look where you at.
I love penis, but I love women. Okay.
Like,
so I'm the girl that's like, it's fun. It's like, oh, you for real? Oh, you for real? I'm fun with the girls. Yeah.
I think we could work it out. So what are you doing now?
I don't get it.
So ties but ours unfolded. Doesn't mean I didn't love every moment.
Like, I'm still trying to figure out why. I'm confused.
No wonder Amy Luciani is willing to marry Dwight Howard, who
some days. I'm trying to see if I can find it. We're gonna get it what people had to say, but everybody say love is love. I agree. But I'm like this. And I'm gonna end it here, but we're gonna do another segment by itself. I feel like Amy has healed. She did the work, and I feel like she put herself back in a bad situation. Ain't nobody want to talk about it. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all New Year's. Let's see if I can get some more collard greens left with black eyed peas. Hope y'all cook them collard greens and black eyed peas with whatever you cooked. Okay, make sure them collard greens are washed perfectly. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. If y'all watch this replay, let me know what you guys think. I will come back tomorrow. We'll do an update on Amy and all those things going on. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your New Year's. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you for the support.